with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. How is everybody? I hope you're good. You know, I have to always check to see if I'm buffering or not. Um, and I definitely want to say thank you guys for joining me. I hope you had a beautiful day. I hope it was amazing. My day was fine. I cannot complain. Hey, Eat Sleep Amazon, you're the first one. Yes. I'm going to put the link in the chat just in case anybody. Hey, Eva, how are you? Just in case anybody wants to join. Guys, what was I going to say? Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bells. And if you can, please, guys, share out the chat because tonight, I don't know why I'm so overly excited about it, but I absolutely love my socks, especially because it keeps me being very creative. And like the t-shirts are great. And the t-shirts are great. I can't complain about those. But when it comes to the socks, because it changes so often, I absolutely love that the most. So feel free to share on your social media so that, hey, Storage Pirate, Ricardo, welcome to Hello World. I saw some of you guys in NASCAR's chat. Well, at least I saw you, Ricardo, but I was on my cell phone, so I couldn't really like do my ad and show you guys names. So I kind of was botching up everybody's names a little bit. So yeah, with the socks, because I make so little, it's just like really cool to me. It's like a game. And I was like, yes, I can definitely do these more and more. So how was my day? How was your day, guys? I hope it was good. Let me know how it was. Oh, thank you, Eva. All right. I hope you make something good and vegetarian that I can eat. So I woke up this morning and I went to work. Um, I did, the work was pretty slow today. Um, it was very, very, very early. We had 8 o'clock cases. So it was early. It was definitely a little different from what I'm used to because, you know, it's just different. Anyway, but we got through the day. We had a good time. And that was it. And tonight after work, actually, I actually came back here and just took a nap. And when I woke up, my knees were hurting. So you know that's like I was extremely tired for my knees to be hurting like that. Like when I woke up from my nap, my knees were like sore, like I was working out or something. You would think. But then I'm here now, and I was just excited to open this box because right here is the box. Yes. So yes, guys, how was your day? Talk to a sister. I'm drinking back my little protein shake. After the show, I'm going to probably get something to eat. You guys will understand today's topic is about choosing humanity. And I think that it's important that we choose humanity because it will help reinforce the idea, my idea, hopefully your idea of how humanity and our world will continue to be better. It definitely reinforces that because of the fact that we are believing that regardless of what media shows us, regardless of what newspapers show us, internet clippings show us, a personal experience shows us that even though things may not go right according to plan, it does not mean that it can't get better. We all have to put our work in, right? Just as much as hard as it is for us to work and do our jobs, our businesses, or whatever the case may be, home life, whatever the case may be, we have to remember that everything's a work in process, especially something that you truly believe in and something that you love. It always seems like it's harder for those things to come. So guys, please try to choose humanity first in everything you do as much as possible. I find that, like, I've been let down a lot, but I still feel deep down inside that human nature and humanity can always get better. And it will get better by me just not allowing those negative things that happen to me to overshadow the overall picture. And the overall picture is that if we do good, if we do invest in the people that may not seem investable, you will yield something, right? Because if you work on something, usually, maybe the outcome might not be the way you'd like it to be, but it's still going to be an outcome. So I definitely think that we should put humanity in there. Guys, I am going to unveil and rip this box open. So just so you know, see, it's still unopened. Ooh, I hope I didn't go too deep and slice something. And thankfully, these scissors are nice and sharp. So I didn't have to do much. Oh, look at the packaging. Oh, they put some really nice packaging in here. Guys, look at the packaging. Isn't that pretty? I love that. I like that. Okay. So, let me see. Which one do I want to do? I guess I'll do this one first. Yeah, let me do this one first. Okay, let me do this one first. So, guys, I like to call this one the trucker. What do you think? It's really hard to read this. Let me see if I can go close. This is called the trucker. So the top one is a 18-wheeler, be the difference one. And then this bottom one is yellow. But you know what I love about it? Look at that skyline. Beautiful. See, like, guys, this is like a road to your destination, a road to your dreams. And for all of the truckers and truckers enthusiasts and truck lovers, keep on trucking along and being a difference. Hi, Time to Play. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. I feel like this is the first time I'm meeting you. These guys are the trucker. I only make a small amount of them. That's why I love my socks, because I really make a small amount of them. And when they're sold out, they're never made again. So that's one. And I love how they packaged my socks up. I love this packaging. I really must say something to them. I love it. Guys, I'm so in love because it's reusable. I love it. Ooh. Here's the second one. And I'll tell you what made me create these. I call this seafood empanadas, or the empanada socks. So, very simply, I love empanadas. You see your little lobster roll, different kinds of empanadas. Let me tell you where the inspiration. Oh, really? Oh, thank you, Time to Play. The inspiration behind these socks, you guys, I don't know if you've been here when I've been talking about the empanada person, like Lady G Empanada and Empanada Lady. These people, and also I love, if you saw the one that I did, it was in June. It was a food truck festival in Jersey City. After that, I was just like, and it's called Angry Archies. After, basically eating all weekend that weekend, I came up with these socks, um, kind of like to show my love and homage towards empanadas and lobster rolls and crabs. I like seafood. What about you guys? Does anybody like seafood? So these socks, guys, are available for sale. If you are interested and you like them, you can always put in the chat that you would like a pair, and I will send you an invoice, or I'll send you a link to pay, and then you send me your address, and I will mail you your socks. The socks are $15, and shipping is $3. So that's not so bad. And last but not least, let me get one of these. This, guys, the last one, this is the one that I was kind of nervous about making, but I have to, because that's just me. Hold on, let me line it up right. It's called, there we go. We got people who are pro-life, and we have people who are pro-choice. And I think we all should be choosing humanity first. So I vote for humanity, guys. That's why the box is checked off. And basically, this is like the voter poll registration type thing. And I think we all should choose humanity. While we all have our differences and our opinions and all of that good stuff, guys, I still think we should choose humanity. And this, guys, is the reason why I was so excited to get my socks today and show you guys. So we should be the difference, despite whether we are pro-life or pro-choice, but we should all actively be pro-humanity, and check that out. This is one of the socks one of the different kinds of socks that I kind of create in my little brain that, kind of sometimes makes me a little nervous, because it can be something that we all debate about. And it's fine to debate about them, but the common denominator is that if we choose humanity, whether we have one viewpoint or the other, then that's what it be. So, like my other socks that are, the ones that are like, against anti-bullying, anti-domestic violence, all of those things, those socks like those really make me nervous. But at the same time, it's about talking about things that are hard to talk about. Hey, Cherry Picker! It's about talking about situations that are uncomfortable. And if I have to be the person to do that, I will. And then this is the other color that it comes in. Like even if someone chooses not to wear these socks, you can always hang them up wherever you are, wherever you live, just to remind yourself, like, yeah, I don't have to battle somebody who's pro-choice if I'm pro-life. Because the common denominator is that if we collectively try to choose humanity, maybe we won't have too many or so many differences all the time. So these are the two colors that they come in. This is my humanity sock. I had the other sock that I had was humanity over vanity. You guys may have seen that one. Those are all gone now. They are sold out. I'm very proud of my creations because they all have very deep meaning. I'm trying to get the other ones out. You know, I kind of want to hit everybody because I haven't really done with the trucker socks. I haven't really done anything like that before. So I felt like, you know, it was a request and I felt like, hey, I might as well do the request. It's time. It's time for what? Storage. This is the empanada sock. This is our humanity sock. Sorry, that is not lined up, but you saw it lined up once I, put it up right. And last but not least, we've got the trucker. Why am I singing? I have no idea. It's just random joyness. And this is the trucker sock. It's really hard to read, but it's basically the Be the Difference logo on the side of the truck. So that's pretty much how your feet will look together. So guys, what do you guys think of the socks? Tell me, what do you feel? How do you feel about the socks? Yes, talk to a sister. If you ever have any requests for socks, ideas or whatever, what I do normally is if I end up choosing, hey MT, how are you? If I end up choosing one of the topics that you give me, like as far as a sock, hey Misha, if you give me a topic and I, create something, then you get a free pair. If you don't, then you can always buy them, one or the other. Yes, Misha, they're all like, a lot of them, some people give me requests and then I just run with it in here and keep it moving. So yeah, guys, that was the socks. And that's why I put the topic as choose humanity. Because I think, guys, the more we really think about things, I think we'll see that what is it that we fight for? Like, why do we fight? Not like fighting for a cause. I mean, like, why do we have so many conflicts amongst ourselves sometimes? Why? I mean, if we understood how painful it is to feel like you have nobody and the person that you may be in conflict has that feeling, but it's just not telling you or you just don't know, like, why add more to that conflict? Why can't we be more sensitive to each other's needs? I feel like we can be more sensitive to each other's needs if we pay attention a little more. But I don't know. Hi, Gina. Gina. Did you see the socks, Gina? I hope you did. But guys, when I go to some of these events and display like this kind of sock that will definitely raise eyebrows. Some eyebrows are good eyebrows. Other eyebrows are like in disgust. Well, actually, I don't even know if people gave me an eyebrow of disgust with socks like these that I've created. I don't know. Let's do it, guys. Let's choose humanity. Let's do it. Come on. You know, because if we choose each other, if we choose life with each other, life just understanding and seeing each other's point of view respectfully, then that's what humanity is all about. That's how we would be choosing humanity. That is exactly how we would be choosing humanity, is if we see each other's differences and still come together collectively and agree to disagree. Because that's all it is sometimes. Like a couple weeks ago, there was this whole big thing about, women's rights and, people telling us by law whether we can or cannot keep a child or a fetus, as some people like to say. Um, you know, it is a touchy topic. Or how about, just whether we should help our friends out, like people that are homeless, or just help people abroad. Like, let's choose humanity. Let's choose humanity. Even choosing humanity would be like seeing your neighbors or someone who is homeless on the street and helping them, or even just listening to what they have to say. Because a lot of times, that's what we need. Is for somebody to listen to us. Like, listen to us. Listen to our heart. Listen to what our heart is dying to pour out, but nobody is taking the time or the chance to sit down and just listen. These are ways that we can choose humanity. It's just helping each other. And even when people have great things happen to them, imagine there's a person that receives an award, but nobody is in the audience for them. Just them by themselves. Choosing humanity is saying, hey, you did a great job. Whether you noticed that they were by themselves or not, you don't know. Maybe if you do notice that they're by themselves, invite them to a congratulatory dinner. Because where are they gonna go? I remember earlier this year, I was in Patterson at this Excellence. It was a fundraiser type of breakfast where they pretty much gave not donations, but scholarships to students who excelled in their high schools. And I I will never forget hearing somebody just be like, she's so smart, like whatever. And I'm just like, if you looked at the family, you could tell that the mother and father worked extremely hard. Or under my assumption, I felt like the mother and father worked really hard and they may not have had much. So despite not having much, they wanted their child to have a better future than them. So for the person who made that comment that I heard, it was just like, why are you upset about that? That may be the only thing. That may be the only award that keeps them going, keeps the family together, keeps them going and believing that they can do better, they can get more out of life. And that the hard work that the parents have done is worth it. Choose humanity. Simple acts of kindness. Hello, good morning. Smiling. Choose humanity. Even when somebody messes up really badly, again, none of us have the right to judge anyone, even though we can clearly see people are wrong in their acts. You don't have to condone it, but you don't have to add to. Meaning, like, if it's already a big situation, don't add to your 2 cents. Don't add your 2 cents in it to make it more. Just look at them for whatever it is that they did. Don't agree. Don't say a word. Just keep your thoughts to yourself. Life will take care of them the way it sees fit. Choose humanity. A lot of it will require us to think a little more before we speak. So when I go out to these events, I'm going to push that sock more than all the rest of the socks that I have, because it's a point that I think we all need to at least think about. Whether you're pro-choice or pro-life, it's an opinion that we're okay to have. But let's be respectful of each other's opinions. I mean, Gina, it's not always just about the birth control. What about people who get raped? You know? Ooh. So like, I can understand why somebody's pro-choice if they got raped or whatever. But birth control, like, it's a chemical. And it's a general chemical, right? So they're giving a general chemical for all these different balances or imbalances. Because all of our bodies are not the same. Whether they give a different dosage or not, it's fine, but it's still a chemical. And our body reacts to chemicals. So even if they created, in my opinion, even if they created a great abortion pill, I mean, not an abortion pill, if they created a great birth control pill, that may not always do the trick. And unfortunately, our bodies are already, not perfect when we're born. And some of us have defects, gene defects, and all kinds of defects. And then what about, people who don't know about sex or safe sex or anything of that nature? And they just have sex and, nobody taught them, because there are people who don't get taught. Wow. Oh my goodness. Like, it's hard. Like, I mean, I am pro-life. I believe in sustaining life. I believe as soon as, the little fetus, the sperm gets in there, I believe that's a life. That's me though. Other people don't believe that. But I also believe that, depending on a person's circumstances, if they choose not to keep that life, I feel it's sad, but I can't knock their choice, right? But I still believe that they're human. And I believe that even people who go through the process of having an abortion, that is an emotional thing. So somebody should be there to kind of soften that blow. You're going to feel it. I feel like you're going to feel it. I feel like you're going to feel it. Either way. I don't know. I'm going to put the link in the chat if you guys want to join me. It's up to you. You don't have to. But I don't know, guys. It's just, we need to talk about these things. We need to have conversations about these things. We need to respect each other's opinions about all things. Whether you think somebody's right or wrong, respect their opinion, right? We all were born with a free will. So with our free will, we are allowed to think a certain way. I'll go as far as to saying people who end up being brainwashed to be suicide bombers, they weren't always thinking, let me go kill a bunch of people. But if you're brainwashed and you start believing that everybody else is bad and your group is good, and to religiously or whatever cause, whether it be religion or whoever you're following, says that you're going to get this reward, Like, do I knock them? I knocked them for the act that they did. But can I really hold them accountable for something that was brainwashed into them? I don't know, guys. God will hold them accountable. Or whoever you guys believe in, the maker or whatever. I mean, I know this is a touchy topic, but at the same time, we gotta respect to a degree that some people just don't, some people just aren't taught what the rest of us are taught. And if you're not taught to be compassionate or to have love or to even care about your neighbors or your fellow mankind, then you've been taught death, to speak death. And that's what you end up doing. That's the action you end up taking. Guys, you don't think that people get brainwashed? Look at the cults. Like, we can sit on the outside and look in and be like, oh, well, they all could have had a choice. But guys, when somebody has and controls your mind, that is the operation of a person. And if somebody turns you into a robot and make you believe that everything that they're saying is truth and that everything that they're saying is the right way, and depending on what you believe and depending on where you are in your life when you meet those people, right? Because some people who are desperately looking for someone to show them affection, to show them some type of that they exist. If you get somebody at that point in their life, you can mold them to believe anything. And that's how people get caught in cults. So can I blame them 100%? I can't. Because they honestly believe that what they're doing is good. I blame the cult leader, and for those who know better, I blame them, yes, because you know what you're creating. You know what you're doing to these people. You have a responsibility to put hope into somebody's life, not death. And because you chose to put death into somebody's life and they actually carried out those things, makes you a really rotten person. And yes, people can do that. That's why I say the power is right here, guys. You can create or you can kill. That's our free will. But if we choose humanity, we'll create respect. We'll create compassion. We'll start thinking more about other people's needs and how you can possibly meet them, how you can possibly push them away from those people who want to teach them death. All in here, all in here. So, yeah, I don't mind making socks like those. And I don't mind if people may think that I'm hitting topics that, you know, are really touchy. I don't mind that because it's conversations that need to be had. And if we can clearly have these conversations and think about both sides, then maybe we'll have compassion in general and be like, okay, I see their point of view. I may not agree with it, or maybe there is something that they're saying that has a little validity to it, so I'll accept it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to completely change my viewpoint. That's okay. You have that right to feel that way too. But at least you're thinking and you're respecting their idea of what humanity means to them. And they're respecting your idea of what humanity means to you. I'm still wearing this shirt. Hey, Donatella. Hey, Swamp Picker. I'm still wearing this shirt. And I don't mind. I was scared to death to wear a shirt like this. But I don't mind because if it creates a conversation that will help somebody ultimately come to the decision that whether they need to do something in their own lives or help someone else that they see needs help, to give a little bit of their time to help someone or to convince them or to even listen to their hurt or to pay attention more, then I'll do it. At some point in time, we all have to pick it up. We all have to just say enough is enough. And to me, this is a statement of enough is enough. And if enough people see that this is enough, then we'll do something about it. If enough people see that it's enough that we stop battling each other and trying to beat each other down with our point of views and choose humanity, then we've created respect. Will that change somebody to sway their opinion about pro-choice or pro-life? It doesn't matter, but at least it opens up the dialogue that, man, wait a second. It is about humanity. It is about us giving back more because we've gotten a lot. Whether you feel like you have or haven't, you've gotten a lot. You've matured, your body's matured, and you're still able to see with whatever vision you have, feel with whatever touch you have, talk with whatever mouth you have, and intellect with whatever brain cells you can use, mobility with whatever part of your body that's still mobile. Because not everybody in humanity has that ability. And if you see other people that are in need, like if you see somebody struggling in the supermarket, go help them. I saw a woman, she seemed a little older, but she seemed like she was struggling to put a few packs of water. She was getting a 24 pack of water. It was on sale, 3 for like $10. And I just say, hey, do you need help? And I just helped her. She's like, thank you. Of course, there were some men walking around, just walking by her. Shame on them. But I was like, man, I may have helped her here, but I should have really helped her move the stuff into her car. And then I should have probably helped her unload it and put it in her house. But that was enough. That was all I could do. I'm not going to force myself to whatever, but that's helping. We all have to put our little pieces in to allow humanity to continue to progress. Humanity will progress, but the power is here. Every day we choose life and death. You don't think so? Think about what you say about yourself, about other people, about what you read, what you see, what you hear, what you think. Life and death every day. It's a discipline to choose life majority over death. And that's a choice we have. It's a freedom that we have. So be deliberate in what you say, what you focus on. At least try to be deliberate. And the more we do that, guys, our world will continue to get better. I try my best. I try my best to be deliberate in what I do and what I say. It's not so good when I'm driving, guys. Thankfully, everybody else's windows are closed. And I've not moved around as much, or maybe they're not paying attention. But I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to choose life first here. Because if I don't have it right here, how can I think about giving it anywhere else? It's a heart condition. Choosing humanity is a heart condition. If you don't care about anything or about life in general, if you don't care about life, then choosing humanity is never going to be an option for you. But the minute you think about how precious the time that we have is, and you understand that it's just a little bit of time, and nobody has ever told me who's died for a couple days, like literally died and may have been buried, come back and say, you know what, Joy? This is what you can get. This is what you're going to look forward to after you die. None of us can honestly say we know what will happen when we die. None of us. With that said, I'm going to soak up, breathe out, and embrace as much as I can this gift. I'm gonna love all of the I'm gonna love all of the oxygen, all the molecules, all the atoms, all of that. I'm gonna love it all that comes in my body. And I'm gonna love everything that I absorb through my eyeballs. Because when I die, I'm not gonna be able to tell you guys what happens. And who knows what I'll be able to do after that. I would like to hope, that there's gonna be everything that, I've been taught since childbirth, but who knows, guys? It's all about faith too. But the reality is none of us know. So you better, if you have not enjoyed your life up until this point, start doing so. Start appreciating it. Because if you can appreciate you will definitely appreciate humanity. No matter how bad the actions that some people do. And sometimes people will cross you, like people have crossed me. And I guarantee you to this day, if those same people who may have crossed me come to me and say, Joy, I want to sit down and talk to you, it's my right and my duty to allow them to talk. How the conversation goes and how it ends up, at least I gave them that freedom to talk. And I let them release it. And I let me release whatever I needed to release from whatever the situation was. That's me giving back to humanity. Imagine if we all gave each other a chance to speak when things haven't been right. Because if somebody dies and you have a problem with them and you never resolve that, you're never going to know exactly how they truly feel. You can only speculate. I ate all the snacks that I had. This is a protein shake, and it just happens to have a sweetness to it. So that's why I'm drinking it. And it's going to give me protein too, but I needed that sugar. I'm trying. I'm a snacker at heart. I can't help it. I was doing good for a little bit, and then, I kind of fell off. But at least I'm trying. And at least I'm honest enough to tell you that I'm not perfect in a no snacking section. Definitely by far not perfect. Work in progress. So how many want to choose humanity and say that we all deserve a chance? Me. Don't be shy to put your hand up. In order for things to be different, we have to do the opposite. So with our world being as bad as it is now, with everybody hating on each other, then we have to do the opposite with loving on those who hate us. Yeah, even I made a big eye to that. To absolutely try to love somebody that hates me, oh my goodness. The opposition alone in my own mind, and the opposition alone that I feel like I'm going to receive, because we don't know how they're going to really react until we do it. But in my mind, I've already built up the wall. Oh, they hate me already. So if I try to love on them, then they're going to just hate me even more. So my pride gets in the way and says, well, Joy, you are too prideful to be shut down yet again because you know they hate you. But The opposite could actually happen is if I show them love and they are surprised that I'm even showing them love, maybe that might put a little smile on their face, and maybe that might put a little dialogue in their mouth to say, Joy, hey, and then things change. Just like that. Now put me in that situation. How hard would it be? Very hard. But would I be willing to try? Absolutely. Because if I believe in humanity, then I've got to put my work in. And if putting my work in means to let down my pride and say, okay, I may get rejected again, but at least I'm trying. Because I don't know what stage of life that this person is. I don't know what mood this person may be in, but if I just be who I am and try my best to remember that I'm doing this for the betterment of humanity, then it's going to give me all the power to say, you know what, pride, you don't have any room in this castle. Not right now, at least. I'm going to go ahead, walk up and say, hey there, you that hate me so much. My name is Joy, and I'm going to love on you. That's me putting easier said than done to challenge. I would do it. So I would challenge you guys to do it. Hey, 1111! 1111, you did not see the socks because I think you just got here. But 1111, I got a new set of socks in today. And this is one of my favorites. I got 3 sets. But this one is the baby that I've been so excited about ripping open. You know, we've been debating pro-choice and pro-life. And then, people, pro-lifers were burning down pro-choice buildings or buildings that were, doing abortions and trying to kill doctors who were doing abortions. Like, how are you pro-life trying to kill somebody? But guys, 1111, my idea is like, while pro-life and pro-choice have differences, if they both decide to choose humanity, which is why there's a big, nice little check mark right there, then we can meet in the middle and respect each other's opinion without being disrespectful. Gotta talk about it sometime. And if we can collectively keep groups from being separated by their ideals and kind of say, okay, let's just meet in the middle. We're never going to agree. We're never going to agree, whatever, but let's disagree, but still respect each other. That's all we need to do, guys. We're never going to always agree, but let's disagree respectfully towards each other and leave it there. What's the point of arguing about something that you're not going to be able to change? Right? They're always going to make stuff for people who believe and people who don't believe. They're always going to make ways to create maybe havoc. I don't know if maybe they did that on purpose, but it created havoc just because they knew that it was going to make people be violently opposing each other. Guys, you ever think about that? Have you ever thought about that? That maybe we could have respectfully agreed to disagree long time ago, ages ago, eons ago, but maybe the system said, you know what? Let's keep them all separated by putting something in place that's going to make either side battle each other. Sometimes things like that happen, guys. Sometimes things like that happen in our world, especially in our world where media can be controlled by who knows, guys, because I don't know who's controlling media, but I do know that if they keep on putting opposing opinions against each other, it's not going to create unity. But I guess ultimately at the end of the day, it's the person's choice to whether it be aggressive, overly aggressive, or just to be respectful. So I guess that's another thing too. How are you allowing people to trigger you guys? That's another thing. We got to be careful about what we allow to trigger us. It's a whole big thing. That means it will be taking a lot of our energy to really be thoughtful about everyone. That does take a lot of energy, but it's worth doing if it's going to create humanity at peace, or at least a balance, right? Because we know a balance is really this. This is our balance. This is as close to being a balance as we're going to get it. And I could live with that. I could live with that. So are we going to make a conscious effort, guys, to be more respectful of opinions that we don't agree with or violently don't agree with? Can you try? Because if at least one person is like, okay, I see your point, then the other person who's violently, saying something will be like, oh, okay. The other day, well, a few years ago, I said, you know what? If somebody says something and is arguing with you and you just say, okay, thanks. How can they argue with somebody that says, okay, thanks? That's how the argument stops. You just got to be like, okay, thank you. It makes no sense, but it stops. What direction are you going to go, Gina? So guys, at the end of the day, I want us to choose humanity. Please, guys, please. Like, bunk this part of that part, right? Come on, guys, let's choose humanity. Let's choose humanity. Take out the pro-choice, pro-life, whatever the case may be. Let us choose humanity. Wait, I have this all messed up. It's the way I'm holding it. Let's choose humanity, guys. Please, let's choose humanity. Because the more we choose humanity, the more soft we'll get towards each other. The more compassionate we'll be towards one another. The more we'll start thinking about another person's ideas and needs. Let's choose humanity. Please, 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 please. Yeah, folks can argue about anything. But let's choose humanity. Oh, snap, I had never put the thing in the chat. So yeah, that's the link if anybody wanted to join. So, if you guys absolutely love what you saw, the empanadas, these are the empanada socks. The empanada and lobster roll socks, inspired by my love for Lady G empanadas and Empanada Lady, and also Angry Archie's food truck. Their food is so good, they inspired me to make a sock. So if you love these pair, if you love the trucker sock, if you absolutely feel like, oh my goodness, Joy only makes a few of them, and I want to be on the road to living my best life and everything. Or if you want to choose humanity, just hit me up. You can email me. I'm going to possibly post those on the website by tomorrow, the latest. They are $15. And to me, guys, $15 is really nothing because I never make my socks again. And there are so many socks that I've made that I was like, wow, that was dope. And as always, I don't own any of my socks, so they are collectibles. So if you want a pair, definitely hit me up. And the shipping is it's either $2 or $3. I probably will bite some of the shipping costs and make it $2 or so. But yeah, they will never be made again once they're sold out. And then it'll be on to me creating something else. So definitely, guys. Oh, a checking accident? I don't understand what you mean, optimistical. What is a checking accident? I've never heard of that. So hey, Anna, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. So guys, definitely like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells. If you, like I said, if you like any of the socks that I've created, oh, you're asking. I don't know if they're trying to be funny or not because their name is whatever, but whatever the case may be. I don't know. Some people want to be funny, which is fine. I respect it. But if they were in the chat for any period of time, then they would have known that this was like a little bit more of a serious chat than anything. So if you absolutely loved the socks that you saw, hit me up. You can put your comments in there. Yeah, I get it, Gina. I was almost believing yours too. I was like, I would take it. But yes, you can hit me up here. Flat Earth is here. Hey, Flat Earth. Let me show you my socks. This is the empanada socks, and I love my empanada. I love my lobster roll. Boom, boom, boom. And then this is the trucker sock. This is the trucker sock. And do you see how you see the open road, guys? That road will lead you to your success. I just love everything about this sock, the background, everything. And then Flat Earths, this is another sock. I know you'll get a kick out of this one. It's called, I don't know. I want to call this one Pro. This is going to be, the name of the sock is going to be Pro. So while there's people who believe in pro-life and pro-choice, I think we should believe in humanity more. And that's what I vote for. And that's what we should vote. I hope that's what we should all vote for. So Flat Earth, those are the socks. So yes, guys, that was it for me tonight. At the end of the day, guys, please decide to choose humanity. And I think once you deep down in your heart really choose humanity, then you'll see why our world is getting better every day. And you'll see why it's worth it. You'll see why it's worth investing and putting your energy into helping create a better life for all of us. Thank you. So you can catch me live every night between 7 and 9. That's the time that I go on. Hello World is all about learning things in the chat or something that we talk about, or anybody that actually joins the panel. Just learning from us and applying it to our everyday lives. First, applying it to yourself, because we can't change anything, or we can't help change anything if our hearts don't believe it. So our hearts have to believe what we're told and what we think. And when our hearts believe that, it'll be so much easier to apply it outside. So that's what Hello World is all about. We have fun some days. Other days we talk about serious things. You can feel free to check the links down below. I have books, I have socks, I have a website with t-shirts, all things made to encourage and inspire through design. I also would love if you guys would share the stream and definitely invite people to like the channel. And definitely, guys, definitely, please make sure you guys are showing love to each other, which I know you always do. Yes. Remember, guys, you are beautiful. You are amazing. There is absolutely no mistake about you or your life. None. I honestly don't believe that whether you're going through bad times or good times, that there wasn't a real purpose for you to be here. Whether you figure out what your purpose is before you die, that's really up to you. But I hope that what we talk about on Hello World would kind of jar you to wanting to know what your purpose is. Because, guys, there are unlimited potentials that we all have. And sometimes we only get to scratch the surface. But imagine if you start breaking that surface and reaching limits that you thought were impossible, because impossibilities become possible just by you putting in your part in your work. You are worth everything. You were created out of love, be your maker, your parents, or whatever, and you are loved. You are loved. Never forget that. And whatever your goals, your wishes, your dreams are, don't let them die. Because somebody's going to benefit from them. Whether you believe it or not, somebody will. So, guys, thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Hello World. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, saying, hello, world.